Hello guys, I'm Tejas and today I'm going to be presenting on effective storytelling through YouTube ads. Firstly, YouTube is a colossal platform for ad revenues as it is one of the most preferred social media platforms. The company released the YouTube ad revenues for the first time in the starting of the year and it was pretty unexpected. YouTube made $15.1 billion through ad revenues during the financial year 2019 and 20. But day by day, the YouTube ads are getting annoying. So here is a study done by BI's Business Insiders Intelligence Digital Trust Survey in 2017, wherein they asked people which platform has the most annoying ads, and YouTube rated second at 43%. As digital advertisement is increasing day by day, while some advertisers focus on user experience, others blatantly focus on spamming their ad in front of the users, which in turn annoys and forces the users to move forward to ad blockers. And majority of the users just wait 5 seconds to skip the ad without paying any attention to the content in the ad. So YouTube came up with this 6-second unskippable ad, which surprisingly gave better results than any other ad format of YouTube. So that is our bumper ads. So YouTube bumper ad is a 6-second unskippable video ad that plays before a YouTube video. It is one of YouTube's 6 different advertising formats. Due to their short length, bumper ads are best for creating brand awareness and reach. Released in 2016, YouTube bumper ads have given advertisers a creative way to increase brand awareness and reach. However, these non-skippable ads can only run for a few seconds. So creating compelling ads in this format can be challenging. But it is proven with studies day and again that YouTube ads is the bumper ad is the most effective of the YouTube ad formats. For example, in a study of 122 bumper ad campaigns in 2017, Google found that bumper ads drove 70% more significant lift in brand awareness with average lift of 9%. And additionally, 9 out of 10 people drove the ad recall globally with an average lift of over 30%. And also, as you can see in the slide here, this is a screenshot of research done by the Netflix for their product awareness campaign. And here the bumper ads are giving better results than their other two ad formats, that was the teaser and the trailer. And also bumper ads increase the search lift by over 300% when compared to the trailer and the teaser ads. Now, let me show you some examples of the best practices followed by brands to effectively capture their audience using the bumper ads. Now, the first case study I have would be of Pure Blonde by Jupiler. Now, this is a beer brand taken over by the InBev beverage. Now, this Pure Blonde is Belgium's first low-calorie beer aimed at people with an active lifestyle. Fitness enthusiast drinking beer, well, quite the paradox, right? But a challenge that the world's largest brewery wanted to put to the test. The company sourced information and insights into the behavioral platform of the active consumers. Using a survey of around 5,000 people, they laid the groundwork for an audience first approach that would go beyond traditional socio-demographic targeting. The research revealed that core audience was 40 men and women between 35 and 54 years old who enjoy working out and going out. These were the busy people who like to award their efforts with guilt-free beer. Also, this demographic tends to ignore ads. So the brewery decided it would have to put relevance at the heart of its strategy. So they considered two main important aspects, which was demographics and interest, into the core of their strategy making. They created 20 unique 6-second bumper ads. These were tailored to 20 specific target groups, encompassing 5 sports, that was running, cycling, fitness, CrossFit, and yoga, in 2 languages for 2 genders. The team matched these sports to online behavior and served per- personalized creative at scale to precise audience segments. The range of simple, short, and straight to point videos were hyper targeted based on viewers' interest in a certain topic. This would position Pure Blonde as an extremely relevant product aligned with viewer individual interest, goals, and lifestyle. For example, a woman watching how to run training intervals on YouTube would be served the Pure Blonde ad featuring a female runner. And similarly, a man interested in CrossFit would see an ad with male lifting weights in a CrossFit gym. Here's an example of one such ad.
Pure Blonde by Jupiler. Met 15% minder calorieën.
Yes. Now the tagline "Cheers for your effort" would appear in the most relevant language for each individual viewer, as you saw now. Now this would encourage the viewer to put in efforts and also go and treat themselves for the efforts they have put in. And these ads brought great results for the company. By segmenting its target audience and searching and serving personalized content at scale, Pure Blonde was able to achieve incredible results, with the campaign driving a record 32% consideration uplift. But even more impressive was the impact on brand awareness. Out of more than 450 brand lift studies on YouTube, Pure Blonde by Jupiler campaign reached an all-time record with an awareness uplift of 53%. The second case I have is of Microsoft Xbox. Now, Microsoft Xbox launched Halo Wars 2 on YouTube with a strategy that ingeniously and humorously leaned on bumper ads. The Xbox started with a masthead and long form true view content, which they used to push under the theme Know Your Enemy. Now, here's an example of the ad.
I'll take the pretzels. Captain Cutter will have the peanuts. He's allergic to peanuts.
Here they launched these ads, that is the bumper ads. As the launch day approached, the brand invested heavily in remarketing with chuckle-worthy bumper ads that built on the long-form film storylines. So these small ads acted as teasers for the upcoming long-form ads that would be released as the release day of the game approached. Now, selling simplicity. This is an example that we have of Mercedes-Benz. Now, considering in a normal scale ad, that would be a 30-second video ad, one would have time to include a short story, product information, a tagline, and more. But with a 6-second bumper ad, you don't have that luxury. Your ad has to be extremely concise. You have to try to fit in too much information. Like if you try to fit in too much information in your ad, you may leave your viewers confused and ultimately reducing the impact of your campaign. So it's important to try to keep the flow and the visuals in your ad as simple as possible. In the previous examples we saw, we didn't see too many visuals. The cuts are too many cuts or overwhelming text. So because it would be distracting and hard to follow in such a short span of time. So one simple example we have of Mercedes-Benz. Here, Mercedes is trying to tell you how fast their car is. That is the only one aspect they're trying to sell to their customers at this point, wherein they're using a 4-second ad here to imply that their car is faster than 4-second ad. That is, they can reach from 0 to 100 within 3.8 seconds, whereas the ad itself was 4 seconds. Pure genius, right? Yes. Now here is what YouTube suggests their users to to implement to engage with their audience in a better manner. So this strategy here says tease, amplify, and echo. So first they ask you to tease the brand with an announcement using bumper ads, and tell the full story with full length videos and in the upcoming launch. This is what Xbox did for their launch of Halo 2, which we saw in previous slides. The next was amplification. Now YouTube asks us to run bumper ads and a longer form ads together for incremental reach and brand impact, wherein the bumper ads would serve as a teaser for the upcoming longer form ads, creating interest in the consumer. The third method was eco. Here they ask us to tell the full story with full length video, then remarket to users with bumpers for follow-up message or product update. What are the key takeaways we have from here? First one would be match your message to the moment. The first example we saw of InBev, wherein they used intent signals to deliver content at the right moment for the right customers. Now delivering it through a mix of formats to build awareness and stay in the top of mind. I mean, and also the Xbox campaign, what we saw, used TrueView to tell longer stories while bumpers were short, which was tailored to the moment a user was researching. The second takeaway would be personalizing your creative. Campaigns drive the most engagement when viewers see creative that feels personally relevant. So this is what InBev did. They leaned into insights gathered from the platform, where the content lived to deliver bespoke creative that stayed effective due to the smart targeting. The final takeaway I have is move your focus from demographics to intent targeting. Creating helpful advertising means anticipating your consumers' need, but that requires knowing what they're in for the market for. InBev looked into their consumers' affinities to understand the actions people were taking online and use them as clues to what their interests were, which helped them gain brilliant results. That's it for today, guys. Thank you.